And Luck
and
Griffin.
Robert Griffin. I think we can jump into the big game of the weekend with Robert Griffin and Andrew Luck. The number 1 versus the number 2.
Both played well. Both strong showings for both. Although, when you look at the overall body of work, it's hard to say. I mean, I know we talked on Friday about who's going to have the better year, Luck or Griffin. And based on just what I've seen so far preseason-wise, I mean, on Friday I said that Griffin was going to have the better year. I don't know. I mean, the stats say pretty much otherwise.
Well, when you watch the two of them play, in my opinion, when you watch the two of them play, you see this. You see Andrew Luck, a guy that has been born and bred to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. From the get-go, this kid, I mean, literally going back, I think, since he was in 8th grade, he's been groomed to be the starting quarterback of an NFL team. He shows the pocket presence of a veteran. He has the arm to make all the throws you want him to make. He has a deceiving athleticism similar to like an Aaron Rodgers, where the man can run. He can get yards without having to throw the ball. And on top of it, one of my favorite plays of all time involving Andrew Luck is simply the fact of him in college plowing through a guy to make a block for his running back. One of my favorite moments of Andrew Luck's college career. And to me, it's things like that you just see this guy. And I mean, every analyst I listen to compare Andrew Luck as the greatest prospect to come out of college football in over 20 years. He's considered better out of college than Peyton Manning was. Most people compare him all the way back to John Elway. Now, obviously, at my age and your age, we didn't get a chance to. We really had no idea who John Elway was when he first came out of college. I mean, let's be honest. He was a rookie in, 89? 88? Elway?
Elway was rookie early 80s.
Early 80s? All right,
early
even
80s,
that. So
83, 84.
All right, so even before we were born kind of thing. All right, so in other words.
He played in the Super Bowl in, I believe it was 86?
Possibly.
88?
That I don't know. I don't know the entire history of Mr. John Elway. What I do know about the man is that he is arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. One of the toughest quarterbacks to ever play the game. And it did take him having Terrell Davis to win his Super Bowls finally. But, I mean, that's who Luck is to me. Robert Griffin is a smarter, more pocket-ready quarterback than, say, like a Michael Vick, in my opinion. I think both guys are going to have really good rookie campaigns, but I like Luck better this year when it comes down to leading his teams to wins. I think stats-wise, Griffin probably is going to beat him out with talent around him and
Let me give you
the
the
extra
stats here,
athletic
because
ability.
I tend to disagree. I think stats-wise, Luck will have a much better year, even though I don't think he'll win as many games as RG3. Let me get to my notes here.
Okay.
I mean, Luck, just in the game the other night, went 14 for 23 for 151 and a TD. Griffin, on the other hand, 11 for 17, 74 and a TD. So 3 less completions, 6 less attempts, and half the yardage. And that's been the biggest stat overall to me throughout this whole preseason. Let me give you the whole preseason so far. 3 games. You got Luck is 40 for 64. I think any NFL quarterback would be pretty happy going 40 for 64.
Yeah, that'd go good for you.
514 yards, 3 TDs, but he does have 2 interceptions. Griffin, 20 for 31, which, again, any quarterback that's, 66% completion rate, pretty much.
Yeah, 20 30, that's actually really good.
But the Statling start is only 193 yards. He has 2
so he's
TDs,
dinking and dunking.
but no interceptions. So it just tells me that he's not taking any shots down the field. He's may not be ready for that. In the game, I did see on Saturday. I did notice that he did take some shots down the field. The thing that was killing him with his shots down the field was he was overdoing them. He was
doing, I don't know how to say it. Like, he was putting too much arm behind it. He was ending up, he overthrew Pierre Garçon twice, where he had Garçon deep. And now it would have had to been a perfect throw for Garçon to make the catch. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like Garçon was like sitting out there, nobody within 20 yards of him wide open. No, I mean, he was running in stride with a defender. Garçon just had him beat, and he overthrew Garçon a little bit. So, I mean, with that, with that said and watching it, he has the ability to go deep. I just don't think he's developed the rapport and the confidence and the skills yet to consistently hit that deep ball, which is going to take some time. You got to get to know your wide receivers. You got to get to know your offensive line, and if you're going to have the time to confidently step up in the pocket and deliver that ball. But he has the ability to do it. But based on those stats, he is dinking and dunking. That's what those stats show you. He is dinking and dunking.
Nets, a lot of to the running backs, a lot to the tight ends,
and that's okay.
I mean, even the one TD pass he did throw was only like, I think, a 12-yard pass to Santana Moss. It wasn't like a deep ball to Santana Moss. It was still an underneath, crossing route that he hit him. So listen, don't get me wrong. Both quarterbacks look good. Both look like they're going to be pretty successful.
They were worth the draft pick.
They look like so far. I mean, again, we're 3 games into the preseason, but they look pretty good.
Yeah, I think Luck and Griffin are both going to have really good years. And to connect with that, the most starting rookie quarterbacks you've ever seen in 1 year in week 1 has been 2. It's the most rookie quarterbacks you've ever seen start in week 1. You have Ryan Tannehill in Miami, Brandon Weeden in Cleveland, Andrew Luck in Indianapolis, Robert Griffin III in Washington, and now, announced yesterday, the rookie Wilson in Seattle.